So today I have a super exciting video. Today I will be reviewing, well, let me grab the box, this palette right here. This is the Ace Beauty Quintessential palette. I pre-ordered this and I just got it in the mail and I'm super excited. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. I will be doing a tutorial. I'm gonna tell you what I'm wearing on my eyes today later in the video, but I will be doing a makeup tutorial with this palette tomorrow. This is what the palette looks like. The front of it kind of reminds me of a mandala. I don't know if it's supposed to be or not, but that's what it reminds me of, and it just says Ace Beauty Quintessential palette, and that's the package. It's just a sturdy, hard cardboard packaging. Comes in this box, and it also came with bubble wrap wrapped around it, so it was nice and protected when it was shipped to me. I'm going to read you guys the description on the back of the box. It says, the Quintessential palette is true to its name and represents the most perfect example of quality. It consists of 16 colors that can be used to create a broad range of looks from neutral to bold. Each color has been carefully milled and pressed to provide the easiest application and the most excellent color payoff. Then it shows the ingredients, which I'll go over in a second. It says distributed by Ace Beauty in Texas, cruelty-free, which is really nice. And it says it's made in the PRC, which is the People's Republic of China. Now, this palette has a net weight of 24 grams, which I didn't even show you the inside of the palette. That's what the inside of the palette looks like. Now, these shadows are larger than your average Makeup Geek or MAC shadow, but they're smaller than, say, like the Juvia's Place Nubian 2 palette. I actually have the Nubian 2 palette. One sec. Just to compare the size of the shadows, as you can tell, the Nubian 2 palette has bigger shadows. But these are larger than your average small single panned shadow. Now, like I said before, the packaging is cardboard. When you open it up, it has a magnetic closure. When you open it up, someone's car alarm is going off. Okay, Quintessential palette here on the spine of it has magnetic closure. You open it up, it kind of just flops back. No mirror, just has this really pretty design in it. And then you have these 16 shadows. Out of the 16 shadows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are matte, and wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are matte, and 9 are shimmery. Now, the texture of these shadows, it's a little strange, I'll be honest. The shimmers remind me a lot of the Juvia's Place palettes. I only own one Juvia's Place palette, and that is the Nubian 2 palette. I will be placing an order when it's payday, woohoo, for some more Juvia's Place palettes because I love Juvia's Place. I think it's really good. But this is not a Juvia's Place review. This is a Ace Beauty review. Now, the shimmers in this palette are really pigmented and creamy, and they blend really nicely. Now, that's probably because of the dimethicone that's in this palette. This palette does contain talc, just so you know, so if you don't like talc in your eyeshadows, you probably aren't going to like this palette. And it also contains dimethicone, which gives the eyeshadow that smooth, slick, kind of really soft feeling. Now, the mattes in here, some of them I like. Others I was less than impressed with, and let me explain why. When you dip your brush into a shimmery eyeshadow, it doesn't kick up powder. It kicks up maybe the littlest bit of powder when you dip your brush into one of these shimmery shades. But when you dip your brush into one of the mattes, it kicks up a ton of powder. I'm talking like Lorac Pro powder, Lorac Pro eyeshadow powder kind of amount, because when you dip your brush into a Lorac eyeshadow, I feel like it kicks up so much powder. I felt I got that with these mattes, which I was not pleased with. I just feel like it's a waste of product. And I noticed that when I put cinnamon and nutmeg, I mixed those two and I put them in my crease today. I noticed that with those two, that they were very, like, kicked up a lot of powder. This Rosewood shade, I was less than impressed with. This is probably my least favorite shade in the whole palette. It applies really dry and patchy, and when I show you the swatches, you'll see it, and it doesn't blend that easily, which I was unhappy with. That's the only shade in this entire palette, though, that I would say is a miss. Everything else in here is really nice. There is very minimal fallout with these shades. I feel like there was absolutely no fallout, maybe like a fleck or two of shimmer on my cheek, but other than that, I was pretty good without the fallout. And the staying power on these is really, really nice, and they're nice and pigmented too. So now that we've gone over that, I'm going to show you guys the swatches. So here's an up close of the palette. I'm just going to go over the names really quick. So we have Jasmine, which is a shimmer, Clove, which is a matte, Amber, which is a shimmer, Patchouli, which is a matte, Bergamot, which is a shimmer, Starry Nights, which is a shimmer, Cinnamon, which is a matte, Rose, which is a shimmer, Nutmeg, which is a matte, Rosewood, which is a matte, Manuka, which is a shimmer, Berry, which is a shimmer, Tangerine, which is a matte, Mandarin, which is a shimmer, Juniper, which is a shimmer, and Neroli, which is a matte. So as you can tell, the color selection in here is actually quite nice. You get some light shimmering highlight shades, you get kind of your matte highlight shade, you get some nice matte mid-tone brown matte transition shades, you got a matte black, and then you got some nice warmer colors like Clove, Tangerine, and Mandarin. You get some kind of pinky purple shades like Rose and Berry. And then you get a silver, which is Starry Nights, and a gold, which is Bergamot. So this palette definitely has a lot of shades in it. And this palette, I feel like these colors all work really nicely together. Now for my look today, what I did was I primed my lids with the NYX eyeshadow base in white so the eyeshadows would really stand out. And I used Patchouli to set them. And then I used a mix of cinnamon and nutmeg as my transition. I put Starry Nights on my inner corner, like the inner third of my eye. I put Mandarin on the middle of my eye and Berry on the outer part of my eye. And then I just put on some eyeliner and mascara, and that was it for my look. I'm going to be doing a tutorial with this tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. It will be uploaded tomorrow. It's not on this look, it's on a different look. But so far, I'm really impressed with this palette, so let's just get into the swatches. I'm going to swatch them by row. So the first row we have Jasmine, Clove, Amber, and Patchouli. So Jasmine, Clove, Amber, and Patchouli. Next row we have Bergamot, Starry Night, Cinnamon, and Rose. I mean, look at the pigmentation of that silver. It's unbelievable. So we have Bergamot, Starry Nights, Cinnamon, and Rose. Next row we have Nutmeg, Rosewood, Manuka, and Berry. So Nutmeg, Rosewood, Manuka, and Berry. As you can tell, the shimmers swatch out beautifully. It's the mattes that I have the issue with. We're going into the last row, so we have Tangerine, Mandarin, Juniper, and Neroli. That blue is just, girl, it is delicious. As you can tell by the swatches, the shimmers are absolutely beautiful. The mattes are just okay. The mattes don't swatch out that great, but like the mattes like Cinnamon and Nutmeg, although they kick up a lot of powder, and also Patchouli, it kicks up a lot of powder, but they perform really nicely on the eyes, which is nice. This Rosewood shade, again, is probably the only mist shade in the whole palette. So overall, I recommend this palette. I think it's a really nice palette, and I think it's good quality. I'll put the price here, and you can also use a discount code. I know I used a discount code. I used Dupe That, I believe was the discount code I used, but I don't remember the price off the top of my head, but the price I'll put right here. This is just a really nice palette. If you don't have anything like this in your collection, which chances are you don't because this color selection is kind of different, I'd recommend getting this palette because I think it's good quality. Again, that Rosewood shade is the only shade in here that's probably the biggest miss for me, but everything else in here is really, really nice. So if you guys like this review, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you have any video requests, as always, let me know down below, and stay tuned for the tutorial I will be doing on this palette tomorrow. So I will see you guys next time. Bye!